It's the coldest, driest, and most remote place on Earth, and it might just be the hottest battleground of the 21st century. Antarctica. For centuries, it was nothing more than a blank spot on the map, an icy mystery at the bottom of the world. No countries, no cities, no people, just snow, ice, and silence. But in the early 1800s, ships began spotting this frozen continent, and by the early 1900s, it became the ultimate prize in a new kind of conquest. Not one of empires, but of endurance. This was a heroic age, when legends like Ronald Amundsen and Ernest Shackleton braved sub-zero temperatures, storms and starvation, not for gold, not for glory, but to map place no one had truly seen. But as the world slid into Cold War rivalries, something unexpected happened. Enemies became partners. In 1957, the US and Soviet Union, alongside 10 other nations, collaborated to study Antarctica. Just 1 year later, that spirit of cooperation took a historic leap. In 1959, the Antarctic Treaty, an agreement unlike any other, which banned military activity, froze territorial claims, and made the continent a sanctuary of peace and science. Today, the treaty has evolved into the Antarctic Treaty System, which includes over 50 countries. It bans mining, protects wildlife, and turns the entire continent into a natural reserve devoted to peace and science. Sounds ideal, right? Well, not quite. Before the treaty, 7 nations made territorial claims: Britain, Chile, Argentina, Australia, France, New Zealand, and Norway. But here's the twist. Those claims still exist. They're just frozen. Not recognised by anyone else, not enforced, and not expanded. And that legal freeze, it's starting to show cracks. Because while Antarctica may look like a land of penguins and peace, it's also a geopolitical time bomb. Let's be clear, the countries in Antarctica today aren't just there for the ice cores. Research equals influence, and the more research you do, the more say you have in how Antarctica is run. And that's why nations are pouring billions into icebreaker fleets, year-round stations, and advanced satellite hubs. It's soft power with a frozen edge. Take China. They weren't part of the original treaty, but today they operate 5 stations with plans for more. Their bases sit inside claimed zones they don't recognise. Strategic? Absolutely. Russia? It's the same story. They're building facilities with dual-use potential, and they've been mapping the geological landscape, just in case mining rules ever change. Even the US is reinforcing its Antarctic presence, worried that today's scientific foothold could become tomorrow's strategic leverage. Here's where things get real. Beneath Antarctica's ice lies untapped reserves of oil, gas, and rare earth minerals. The current treaty bans mining, but only for now. Under Article 25 of the 1991 Environmental Protocol, the ban can be renewed in 2048. And guess what? Countries like China and Russia are already investing, like they're expecting the rules to change. Antarctica isn't just a geopolitical flashpoint, it's a climate keystone. Its ice sheets hold over 90% of the world's fresh water. If they melt, sea levels could rise by meters. That makes Antarctic science not just academic, it's a matter of national security. Understanding how fast Antarctica is melting affects how nations plan for floods, food shortages, and refugee flows. The world's most powerful governments are watching the ice closely. So what happens next? There are 2 paths. One leads to a stronger Antarctic treaty system, where science remains king and cooperation keeps the militaries at bay. The other is a slow unravelling, where countries ignore consensus, build bigger bases, deploy more surveillance, and stretch the definition of peaceful research. Already, Russia and China have blocked proposals despite broad support. If decision-making stalls, the treaty could weaken, and if mining pressure builds, especially after 2048, the ice may no longer be the only thing cracking. Antarctica might seem far away, out of sight, out of mind, but make no mistake, it matters a lot. It's a climate regulator, a geopolitical test case, and a mirror of how humanity handles shared spaces. Whether it's the Arctic, outer space, or deep sea, how we treat Antarctica sets a precedent. Will it stay a symbol of cooperation, or will it become the next global rivalry? The answer isn't frozen, it's being shaped right now by science, strategy, and politics. From blank space to geopolitical chessboard, Antarctica is no longer just the coldest place on Earth. It's one of the most important, and what happens at the bottom of the world could change the top. Thank you for watching this week's video. Make sure to give it a like, subscribe, and put the bell on. I'm trying to post a lesson and a video each week, and I appreciate all your support. Cheers. See you.